What's up, guys? Jason Lore here with Jason Lore Photography and Films. Welcome back to another episode of my food vlog. This is going to be episode 3. So last episode, we got a chance to try the pork vermicelli, which is an awesome dish. Hope you guys got a chance to try it out yourselves. But this week, we're going to be diving into something a little bit hot. And, okay, it's 106 degrees outside, and people are going to think me crazy for going after this dish. But it's my all-time favorite dish in the world, and, rain or shine, 100 degrees or, below, I gotta have me a bowl, and that is my bowl of pho. So this week, we are trying a bowl of pho from a restaurant that I love to go to as well. It's called a Pho Lee. It's located in South Sacramento. Really nice restaurant. Very nice people there too. So this is the number one, or in their menu, it's the C1. It's basically their combination with the different types of meat, the the flank, and the rare steak, and meatballs, and all these assorted vegetables that we'll get into in a bit. And another thing too is the broth is really great, very flavorful. In fact, speaking of broth, I'm actually boiling it right now as we speak. And if pho, it's like a great hot broth is definitely soothing to the soul. So let's take a look at the broth right now. Yeah, so as you can see, the broth is boiling hot. We're getting ready to throw in the noodles in there. Now, a lot of people are thinking, okay, well, the broth is boiling. Why not just pour pour it into the bowl of noodles? Well, here's the thing, guys. The noodles is actually a lot more than the broth. So it's like the noodles is already kind of cold, then it's going to take a lot of time to, get the noodles soft. So the best way to do it is to pretty much throw it in while it's boiling hot. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, so getting ready to throw in the noodles. Sorry, don't worry, my hands are clean, so I'm going to dive right on into the noodles. And also, I like to grab the shank, the tendons, and all the other meat and toss it in there. That way, it'll be all warmed up and ready to go. Oh, shoot. There you go. Now, another thing too is like when you're doing this, make sure to keep an eye on the broth. Ooh, gosh, that's hot. Yeah, keep an eye on the broth so that way it doesn't evaporate, and now you're losing more of the noodles. I mean, not the noodles, but the broth. So now we're gonna go ahead and start stirring it up. That way we don't get no meat or no noodles stuck on the side. Oh shoot, like that tendon. Nope. You feel the noodles, it may seem soft, but like I said, if there's more of the noodles than the broth, and this one is actually a good amount, so it doesn't overpower the broth, but still you got the meat, like the shank or the flanks, and the meatballs and the tendons that are also cold, so that's going to take even longer to warm up. So that's another reason why you want to toss it into the pot while the water is boiling, so that way it softens everything up, and at the same time also warms everything up too. Now the rare steak that comes with it, I would actually just throw that in right after all the noodles and the meats are ready and hot, so that way it just slowly cooks itself into the broth. Because you throw it in right now, it's gonna be overcooked, and it's gonna be just too chewy. I mean, in my case, I love it medium, like the rare steak. I mean, so all right, so it looks like it's about ready to go. So we're gonna plop this out of the out of the pot. So let's go ahead and move on. Okay. All right, here we go. Ooh, hot. Oh, shoot. There we go. All right. So you can see it's, well, I don't know if you guys can see it here, but it's actually steaming hot right now. So this is exactly what you want when the pho is coming out to you right out of the kitchen as well. Now, Let's see. Now we're gonna go ahead and toss in that rare steak, and so that way it can start cooking. And by the time it's done cooling down a bit, we can start eating too. And notice how thinly sliced it is. So that's the reason why it's gonna cook really fast. So that's why, like I said, I didn't want to throw it in the boiling pot because otherwise it'll be overcooked and it's not gonna be that great. I mean, unless like you like it well done, but for me, I like it just about medium rare. I'm sorry, just medium. Medium rare. It ain't gonna be medium rare in this heat. So now I'm gonna go ahead and toss in the rest of the stuff. So we got the Thai basil, and was it the bean sprouts, and then underneath is the jalapeno peppers. You can see right there. And then nice slice of lime that you can squeeze in for some sour flavor. Some people like it like that. I like it just a little bit, so I'm not going to squeeze it all in. But anyways, just go ahead and dump it all in there. And just let that cook as well. I'm really trying to move it along because I'm really hungry. Just ran a mile today in the 106-degree weather, so very hungry right now. And also another thing too is some nice chopped up onions and cilantro and some white onions. So just more to the flavor, more flavor. And you got the tripe here too. So I actually forgot to throw this in along with the boiling pot, but you know, luckily they sliced it up really thin, so it's it'll cook pretty fast too. So we'll go ahead and just start stirring that up. Okay. You know, a lot of people, and I just gotta say this too, and I probably mentioned this back in my first vlog video a long time ago, is the tripe, the flanks, and the tendons. It may sound gross, doesn't mean you have to eat it, but it's just there for the flavor. It really gives the broth like some extra flavor. Other than the bone marrow that's used in the broth, you know, it's really the other meats, the veggies that really give it some more flavor too. So, you know, so don't let that freak you out or anything. It's just there for the flavor. Now, check this out. So remember those rare steaks that we threw in? Okay, let me see here. Yeah, check that out. It's already like almost cooked. Still got a little pink to it, but you know, once you submerge it in, it's basically gonna cook it all. So it's all about timing. All right, cool. And then of course we got the lime. Just a little bit of sprinkle because I don't like it too sour. All right. Okay. So let's get into the sauces. So they usually include some sriracha sauce. That to me is not enough. I need a lot more. And then they got the little Hoisin sauce pack in here. Now, this obviously might not be enough for me. I usually like to add a little more for flavor. Or, you know, actually, that's actually a good amount too, now that I see it. But, you know, if you guys just so happen to have some Hoisin sauce at home, definitely, you know, if you want to add some more to the flavor, then by all means. But, you know, I'm going to save the sriracha packets for if I ever take them to work and, you know, add it with any other food that I would pack up for work. But otherwise, I got my own sriracha bottle at home. I'm pretty sure all of you guys do. And then here's the Hoisin sauce that I use. So in case you guys are curious of which Hoisin sauce to use, this is one that I would highly recommend. So let me go ahead and add that sriracha. Now the amount is always up to you. If you like it a little more spicier, then you want to add more, or a little more sweeter, then add some more of the Hoisin sauce. Now another thing too is almost forgot, and I'm sure everybody who loves pho and eats pho for a living, or just like me in general, it's like you got the Thai chili, or no, not the Thai chili sauce, but the hot chili oil. So this is the one that I use at home. They have hot chili oil at the restaurants too. Certain places you have to actually ask for it, and they'll bring it from the back, or some places just might not have it. If you and those places don't have these, it's like, what the heck, dude? It's like, if you love spicy, it's like, holy cow. And see, that's probably gonna be a little too much, so you already know where I'm heading tomorrow morning. But anyways, let's go ahead. All right. Also, another thing too, if you want to add some more, a little bit salty but with flavorness to it, you can use the fish sauce. This is the three crab flavor that I usually like to use. So it's a really great, great addition to the bowl. But again, entirely up to you guys. Now we're gonna go ahead and stir. Sure, just get it all mixed in there. And right now it's a little too hot to eat, so I'm gonna just let it sit for a little bit, and also let that let the pho noodles soak up a lot of that flavor in the broth now. Because that's another thing too, is as good as it sounds, you don't want to jump in too quick and burn your tongue. I've done that in the past, and it's really, really sucks. Alright, so while the noodles is cooling down for a little bit, we're going to go ahead and get some appetizers. Yes, that's right. I figured, why not treat myself out to a little bit of appetizer after a long run, or a short run, but a short hot run. So here we have is the grilled pork spring roll. Usually I order the shrimp and pork spring roll, but that one, it only has the steamed pork. But in this case, it's a grilled pork, and holy cow, they wrap the heck out of this thing. So I gotta be careful too, because I don't want to tear off some saran wrap and then end up eating it along with the spring roll. So, man, I think this is the one part that they kind of failed on, was like wrapped it too much to the point where when you're tearing off the saran wrap, now everything is kind of falling apart. So. Okay, this might be a little messy, so let's go ahead and check ourselves. So the peanut sauce that they usually put together with it, or that's included with the spring roll. I like to add some sriracha sauce to it, just to give it some more a little more spiciness to it. Looks like this might be going over. I might as well just dump it over. No more point in being fancy. So, this is all on you. If you want it to be a little more spicier, you can add more to it, but otherwise, shoot, I'm just gonna make it until it's red. Alright, here we go. Like I said, this is gonna be a little bit messy because it's already kind of torn up right there. So, and a good thing that, oh crap, that says about like a torn up spring roll is like it's just freshly made. So the wrap is still a little bit warm. So we're going to go ahead and dip that in. So this has lettuce, the grilled pork, and some of the vermicelli noodles in there as well. I believe there should be some other veggies in here, but we'll see as we dig in. Oh boy, here we go. Mmm. Mmm. Mm. That grilled pork is amazing. Not bad, but like I said, if it wasn't all torn up like this, then it could have been better. Now it might just end up being almost like a salad. End up being like a salad because now it's about to spread apart. But I'm going to try and keep it together as much as I can. Mmm. Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay. Now that we're done with the spring roll, the appetizer, Excuse me. Let's get down to some pho. Alright, cool. Now that's cooled down a little bit, let's go ahead and start diving in. So, this is basically the number one C small, or C1 small. Got all the combination of pho, so it's looks pretty good. It smells pretty good too. So, let's dig in. Actually, let me set up some green tea while this is still cooling down. I thought it cooled down, but it's a little hotter than I thought. Okay, so check this. Whew, sorry. Definitely want to blow until it's a little bit cooler, because you don't want it, again, burning your tongue. It really, really sucks. But you know, you can almost taste the flavor already, so it's, ooh, man. This is perfect too, because the noodles is already starting to soften up. It's almost just melts into your mouth, which is always good, because that way you can get more bite to eat instead of having to wait and chew. And the beef flanks and the meatballs and the tendons are really good. I mean, don't get me wrong. I used to be really grossed out by the tendons, but shoot, after a while, I mean, depending on how people make it, which it takes a while to boil until it softs. That's how you know when the tendon's ready to go in. Throw that with some pho. It's, oh man, it's really good. And the rare steak, when it's not overcooked, it's really good. Yeah, overcooked rare steak, to me, it just doesn't add any flavor to it. And plus, when it's all overcooked, it doesn't absorb any of the broth with it. So that's why the rare steak is better while it's like medium rare, or throwing it in while it's raw, because not only is it getting cooked, but it's also absorbing the broth itself. And then you got a little tendon right here. Like I said, they did it pretty well to where the tendon's soft and it almost melts in your mouth as well. And that's really good cooking. Oh man. Yep, another good pho. Again, this is from Pho Lee. I'll link in the description below the address where you can order here if you're nearby, or if you ever stop by in town or stop by in this area, you can stop by and just grab a bite to eat there too. They also have the vermicelli dish as well as other dishes there as well. Really great place. So, all right. Cool. All right, so that's it for this episode of my food vlog. Again, this is pho from the restaurant Pho Lee in South Sacramento. Again, I'll link a description in the. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll link a link in the description below of their website where you guys can check out more of their food. So again, I hope you guys are eating well and also staying healthy out there. If you guys have any more questions, definitely leave them in the comments below. Otherwise, you can check me out on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn, as well as my IMDb page, and of course my YouTube channel. So if you guys haven't subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and get some new videos like this every week. So hope you guys are doing well. Until next time, this is Jason Lore with Jason Lore Photography and Phillips.